this is a quasi-judicial proceedings, there is a set format that we need to go through with that. And with that, we'll start. Kelly. Yes.
I would just like to ask you to turn to your special use permit evaluation worksheet, and the motions that are required for approvals are outlined in the red.
Okay. Thank you. Okay. At this time, we need to consider a motion to approve or deny the special use permit. Yes. And we will go through the proceedings, starting with item 1. Do we have a motion for item 1? Section 1. And we can do all 3 of these at one time. And
Under section 1, you can do all of section 1, subsection 1, 2, and 3, and then section 2, you can do the 1 through 7 in one motion.
right.
Under section 3, there are 4 motions that are to be separately required, and then
Sure.
under section 4, it's one final motion for approval or denial.
Thank you.
Mayor, make a motion that under section 1, the requested permit is within its jurisdiction according to the table of permissible uses, and the application is complete. And if completed as proposed, the application, the development will comply with all the requirements of the land use ordinance.
Okay.
I find that to be true.
Okay, we have a motion for in section 1, items 1, 2, and 3 to be true by Councilman Lawson. We have a second.
Second.
Any further discussions? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Ayes have it. Motion carried. Section 2. I'm ready for a motion for section 2. And all items 1 through 7 can be considered at the same time for section 2.
Mayor, under section 2, items 1 through section of this section 2 are, I find to be true based on the foregoing staff report dated August 8, 2012. 1, ingress and egress to the property is safe and convenient in the terms of access and traffic flow. 2, off-street parking and loading affects adjacent property similar to the use permit in that zoning district. 3, refuse disposal affects adjacent property similar to the use permitted in that zoning district. 4, utilities are available. 5, the type, dimensions, and character of the screening, buffering satisfactorily screens adjacent property. 6, signs and lighting affects adjacent property similar to the use permitted in that zone district. 7, required yards, open space, and existing trees and other attractive and natural features of the land are preserved.
We have a motion that section 2 is true based on those items 1 through 7 that was just read by Councilman Lawson.
You need a second, don't you?
Do we have a second?
Yeah, second.
Have a motion and a second. Any further discussions? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Ayes have it. Section 2 is found to be true. In section 3, we have 3 different items. Number 4, A, B, and C, and D, which we will take each one of those separately. I believe this proceedings is if either one of those is found to be not true, that this cannot be approved. So I just wanted to talk about the proceedings there. So in section 3(4)(a), I'm ready for a motion if the council is ready to make a motion.
Legal question.
Question.
This,
Mr. Chichester.
Mr.
Legal?
Chichester, this is it doesn't have to be unanimous.
No.
In each one of these.
The vote itself on each one does not have to be unanimous,
Okay.
but all four have to pass or it fails.
Gotcha.
Correct. So items 4(a). Ready for a motion if council is ready to make a motion.
Under 4A, Mayor, I make the motion that if completed as proposed, the development, and more probably than not, is this will not materially endanger the public health or safety.
Okay. We have a motion. Do we have a second? We have a motion. Do we have a second? Hearing there's not a second, Mr. Chichester, if you could elaborate on that for us. Thank you.
Yes, Mayor Pro Tem, when there's a motion made, if there's not a second, the motion dies for lack of support.
Thank you. Based on item 4, was 4A? 4B.
4B.
4B will not substantially injure the value of adjoining or abutting property since it did not pass. Was it A or A did not pass?
Mayor,
That's right.
A did not
Mayor
pass.
Pro Tem.
So based on that,
Since
it's-
A did not pass, you do
Right.
not need to go to B or C.
right.
It's over.
I was thinking that was B that didn't pass. I was looking at it wrong. So A did not pass. You're right. Based on that, motion is denied.
Okay.
All right. Thank you. Kelly, will you give Mr. King his what happens at this point? I think you said it will have to be a certain time frame before that could be brought back to the council, and that, can you go over that again for us, please?
With the failing of, or without a second, the public, or the voting on it is concluded, and council's not to proceed further with review of the application. And I believe that the applicant has to wait 1 year before returning with the same request for the special use permit.
Thank you.